science is about knowing yourself, to know yourself, who you are. How are you made? How do you function? And then knowing your environment and using it to solve your problems. That's what science is about. It is about us and nature. Linking God's work with science and emphasizing science. Because science, this wind, this is science. Who created the wind? Am I the one who created the wind? Or is this the scientist? It is nature. And nature is God. If you believe in God, you must believe in science. So there are taxing innovations. Who is taxing innovations? He should go to Luzira. Why tax innovations? There's no logic. There's no logic in taxing innovations at all. If you are giving mature enterprises tax holiday of 10 years, how can you tax infant in the enterprises? There's no logic at all.
What's your vision to champion science-led socioeconomic transformation? We took this to heart. We took it with both hands. And we have been focused so strongly. And over the past 28 months, we have focused on interpreting that vision and understanding how science can link to the economy. Specifically, you stated in the directive that we were working to attain a transformed society from a peasant to a modern and prosperous country by 2040, if not earlier. Delivering science requires a very unique, dedicated, patriotic, resilient, and hardworking team. These mostly young people, men and women, standing here with me are an extraordinary team. As you can see, they are not very many. And they came from different walks of life. We have come up with approaches. We have developed tools. We have come up with tools like the STI economic highway. How does science build the economy? Because initially when I would talk to my colleagues, they saw science as something in a university lab, and they didn't see it as a product on the market that brings in taxes, that brings in revenue, that creates jobs. So we have developed that now. I can in 2 minutes communicate to anybody the role of science and the steps that we go through to make sure that it touches the economy, and basically it's the way that we are going to get the qualitative leap. The brief tour that you had, and also from the supermarket, we are ready to go. So we have termed this Science Week to Simbu Day, meaning we have taken off. Not that we have started, but we have taken off. Because what you saw in here is a tip of the iceberg. We selected, and we had a hard time selecting because we couldn't go all over the place to bring the best which we have. We have so many still out there which we are going to work on this year. So there's so much innovation in this country. Your efforts in building education in this population, in building infrastructure, making sure there is electricity and diversification of the economy has prepared a very, very good ground now for science, technology, and innovation to be applied in our context. It is worth mentioning that one of the schools that won the challenge was not from around Kampala. It was many of them are from outside.
The book is said in both of those areas they can be made good in this life.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. $5 billion. $5 billion. And they're ready to put it to work here in Uganda.
The million is poverty and backwardness. So God's salvation, therefore, includes 1 million people out of poverty. And that is our faith. That is our prayer, Your Excellency.
So would like to present to you a few challenges where we think
In Parliament and local levels to appreciate and support scientists and invest in science and technology. Your image to create, to innovate.
We want to thank you very much, Bishop Joshua Relay, for a word of prayer. Msenero, the Minister of State for Public Service, the Honorable Mary Grace Mugasa, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen.
and the turn up so far is quite good. Yesterday we had schools.
Our very own Mama and First Lady of the Republic of Uganda.
I also want to inspire Ugandans. You know, many times Ugandans hear from, especially from the news, they only focus on it. We have over 70 investors that have come from all.
And they have $50 million allocated to Africa. All of Uganda. The next recommendation came from Mr. to allow them to bring their capital. The next recommendation was around incentivizing
Bishop Joshua Relay for a word of prayer and for